kind of early on when he was doing he was still wearing his like the first attire that he had when he debuted. You know what I'm talking about with the gray and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. That was fucking scary as hell as a 10-year-old something kid.
Yeah, yeah, my dad never took us to a wrestling match when we were kids and whatnot, but I don't know, I kind of wish he did, but he made up for it later on in life. He took me, my brother, and one of my brother's friends to Backlash '99. That was our first live event.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. That was fucking great. That was fucking great, man. He comes back and I was like, "Oh, how was the show?" And it's he just looks at my mom and he just goes, "Val, there were words coming out of Andrew's mouth I didn't even know existed yet."
Oh man, that's awesome.
Hey, that's all right, man.
Was he a wrestling fan or no?
He enjoyed it with us in a sense of it made us happy, so he's like, all right, it makes me happy that you kids are happy if you watch this. All right, cool.
Something to do with the kids.
Yeah. He did spoil it for us. Well, he did spoil it for us when we were kids, though. It was I remember we were watching a match. I think it was Lex Luger versus maybe Tatanka or something like that. And he's like, "Yeah, just watch. This guy's gonna use a chair." How do you know that? He's like, "Oh, this is all fake bullshit." Didn't use bullshit in front of the kids, but he's like, "Yeah, it's all fake stuff. Don't worry about it." 2 minutes later, there's the chair shot, and we're just looking at him like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Told you." He's like, "This is all predetermined stuff. It's all fake." So we're
Nostradamus.
Yeah, we're just like, well, all right, thanks for taking this from us, but I guess we can't exactly argue with him now.
Honestly though, I think that once you're in on the secret, I think it becomes more entertaining, honestly, because then you get to think about the psychology behind it all more than you do if you're just watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's the external good guy versus bad guy, but then when you know that they're doing it with a purpose, and if you watch the moves and how they react and stuff like that, you can kind of start to understand the psychology behind the characters and stuff a little bit more, and why they do what they're doing and shit like that.
Yeah, and it's also cool to see him kind of feeding off the crowd too.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
It's funny going back and watching tapes now. There's certain people who I was not necessarily a fan of before, and I go back and watch now, and I'm like, man, I really dig that shit. Or people who I was like, man, I hated them as a kid, but now I go back and I'm like, yeah, but they were really good. Yeah. They were doing a good job because I hated them, like $1 Million Man. I was like, oh, I fucking hated that guy, but he was doing his job.
Yeah,
you know?
he was doing his job. If he didn't get you to hate him, he wasn't doing his job.
Right. Or Flair coming out with the fake belt and shit like that. I'm the real world's champion. You're like, oh, Flair, I fucking hate you. It's like, oh, he did such a good job.
Yeah, but you go back now and you watch his promos, you're just like, man, this guy's fucking adorable.
Yeah, or you think, ooh, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yep.
It's every promo back then is drugs.
Yep.
They're all drug fueled.
Except for Jake Roberts. It's that's one just Pink Floyd fueled.
Yeah, lots of references to Pink Floyd shit. Or just dark shit. Cold as a tourniquet, tight as a razor blade. I'm gonna give you the DDT. Fuck you, bye.
There's some video of the Undertaker.
But no, there was legit one with Animal just screaming. I think it was from the Survivor Series where he's just like, submission is one way to go down, and now we're gonna do this, and then it's just he just goes on this tear, and at the end of it, you're like, what was the point of that? He's gonna. Cool, they're gonna be in a match.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm excited though.
Of course, there's a whole Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior DVD where you see clips of promos and everybody's like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah. Oh, it's everybody though. All the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal. And there's one where Hawk is legit well, I don't know what my thoughts are exactly, but I know I'm gonna take the 4 of them. And this was he even admits I'm just going off the top of my fucking head here.
Yeah, that's back when there wasn't 17 writers that were writing your lines for you. And it's well,
right.
Okay, well,
can I so much better.
Yeah, it's well, okay, can I rewrite this just a little bit? It's nope. Our writers, you got to do this exactly, do it verbatim. It's Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But shit was so much better because you got to see their character come out with the shit there's you mentioned the Pink Floyd references and Jake the Snake's promos and shit like that.
Yeah.
Would that have come out if someone was writing that for him? Hell no. It would have sounded like the stereotypical WWE shit,
Yeah.
And on Sunday at Backlash, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Well, can they say ass?
Yeah, they can say ass.
How much can they say?
They can say ass. They can say.
Well, they can't say like bitch, fuck. They can't say shit like that.
Oh no, they can. They can't
say shit.
Well, yeah, they can say bitch. They can't really say shit. I mean, it really depends on. One of the things I learned from South Park, it really depends on like the sponsors. I think there's also like the FCC says you can only do this at like certain times and whatnot. So.
When they can actually swear and shit?
Yeah, like when they can actually swear. I think it's like, because they're like, oh, well, you know, kids, you know, really aren't watching TV anytime between like 10 o'clock and, you know, 5 o'clock in the morning. So it used to be like, if you were on cable, like, yeah, you were good to go. And if it was on like one of the basic channels like ABC, NBC, Fox, you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, as long as it's on like the premium channels or some shit.
Yeah. But there was an episode of South Park. It was like they were ribbing on the fact that God, I think it was like NYPD Blue was like promoting like one show that like, oh, they're gonna curse on live, they're gonna curse on TV, they're gonna say the S word, and just at the end it's like, you know, Sibowitz is just like, shit happens, and like they built it all up for that, and they were just like, all right, like we can do better than that. So like they talked to like a couple of sponsors for the show, and they were just like, all right, well, can we use like the S word, like just say shit in the script? They're like, yeah, that's fine, go ahead, just make it tasteful or something like that. And they end up saying the word shit like 135 times in the episode. Like they even kept like a little counter at the bottom of the screen.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Nobody trolls like South Park trolls, man.
Oh god, dude, you got to see the Pandemic special. Holy shit, that was great.
Oh no, yeah, I guess I do have to see that.
Oh yeah.
How long is it? Is it like a feature length or?
No, it's like 45 minutes, like 45 minutes to about an hour, somewhere around there. So.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Speaking of, yeah. So, Bruce, I'm sorry to do this, man, but I think I may have to kill a bit of fandom for you here. Let me just ask this.
What happened?
Let me just ask this first off here. Are you a fan of Eric Clapton?
Mitsa. I respect him. I like some of his songs.
Well, you might want to put that respect in a briefcase and throw it out your window.
Why?
Because,
is he getting canceled?
No, turns out Eric Clapton is a huge piece of shit.
What happened?
All right, so here's the thing. So, Eric Clapton and Van Morrison are announcing like an anti-lockdown single that they made together. A song called "Stand and Deliver," going to be released in early December.
Wait, anti-lockdown as in they don't feel like people should have to lock down because of COVID? Is that what you mean by anti-lockdown?
Well, I'm reading the article on Newsweek here, so it's saying that their announcement doesn't state the song is outright against government lockdowns to prevent the spread of COVID-19, but proceeds from it will go towards Morrison's Save Live Music campaign, which he started after anti-lockdown comments. So
lovely.
But yes, so apparently there were like 2 instances of Eric Clapton like being a total fucking douchebag are coming back up, and one of them is the fact that, you know, his song Layla, you know, it's got me on my knees, Layla. It's a good song. Mm-hmm. It's a good song. Apparently,
not his.
You know what it's about, or you know who it's about.
I don't know who it's about, but I know it's not his. It's by Derek and the Dominoes originally.
He was a member of Derek and the Dominoes.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I think so.
You sure about that?
I think so.
Throw it in your Google machine. Where's my Google machine? We'll double Google machine.
Yeah, double Google.
Eric Clapton.
Is it Google within a Google? In Google. God damn.
Derek and the Dominoes.
Yeah, past members. Eric Clapton, he was a member.
Yeah.
So,
all right, he was a member. All right, fair enough.
So, anyways.
So, Layla.
So, Layla was about how much he wanted to fuck George Harrison's wife at that time.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Yes, it is. Yeah, he...
Layla.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, George. wanna fuck your wife, oh George. I guess that was a little too direct. He was like, Layla.
Yeah.
Is her name Layla, or did he code it at least?
I think he might have coded it, but it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucked up no matter what. But I mean, if he outright used her name, that's a whole new level of bold.
So, here's the thing. Apparently, this is recorded. It's a true fucking thing that happened. So he was addressing the crowd during a concert in Birmingham, England, on August 5th, 1976, when he said, quote, let me bring this up here.
Oh, no.
Sorry, it's taking a while for this fucking thing to load up here. The suspense is terrible. I hope it'll last.
I see you shiver in anticipation.
Layla. Yeah, man, like this. Holy Jesus! I gotta fucking fuck. This is why I gotta get shit fucking loaded up sooner. Like, bring it up faster. Jesus Christ.
Meanwhile, on other podcasts.
Meanwhile, in this podcast, Bruce is picking his life choices and wondering where he went wrong.
What is it you're trying to look up? Oh, he said to a crowd?
Yeah, so this is what he had said to a crowd. So he says, quote, "Do we have any foreigners in the audience tonight? If so, please put your hands up. Or please put up your hands. So where are you? Well, wherever you are, I think you should all just leave. Not just leave the hall, leave our country." Oh,
What?
Dude, this was in 1976. That look on your face, I'm like, holy shit, I want to put that on a t-shirt. That's hilarious.
I can't believe you said that.
Oh, he keeps going. "I don't want you here, in the room or in my country. Listen to me, man. I think we should send them all back. Stop Britain from becoming a black colony. Get the foreigners out. Get the wogs out. Get the coons out. Keep Britain white." Keep in mind, this is Eric fucking Clapton saying this live on fucking stage.
Holy shit.
Oh, he keeps going. He says, "The black wogs and coons." Remember, this is quoted fucking verbatim. You can find this on YouTube. Arabs
Jesus.
and fucking Jamaicans don't belong here. We don't want them here. He keeps going.
Holy shit.
He keeps going. This is England. This is England. This is a white country. We don't want any black wogs and coons living here. We need to make clear to them that they are not welcome. England is for white people, man. This is Great Britain, a white country. What is happening to us, for fuck's sake? Throw the wogs out. Keep Britain white. That's Eric fucking...
How was the crowd responding?
I don't even...
Where was it again?
Oh, that was Eric Clapton. That was in Birmingham, England, 1976. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, 76 was a long time ago, but that was granted, it happened different, I'm sure, over in the UK as it did over here, but that was well after the United States Civil Rights Movement. Not that was the end of, civil rights problems as we know it. Obviously, look where we are in 2020.
It's still
civil rights, but that's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, it's like, still, man, it's like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, if this were like 19 whatever or like the 1800s or something, and it was a fucking slave owner saying that, and his name was Eric Clapton, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. He would say that, but 1976, Eric Clapton, the singer of guitarist from Cream and shit, and that's unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Old slow hand, old slow brain.
Yeah.
A fucking jackass. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I'm not a huge fan of his, but now he is gonna get canceled. I'm sure. Was this something that recently came out, or is this like something that
this is like
people knew about and it's just now coming to light?
I think this is something like some people knew about, and it's just like coming back to light now because of like his song with Van Morrison's coming out. So everybody's like, well, look, this guy's a huge piece of shit.
Okay, so because people are pissed about this one issue, they're going back and digging up shit from the past, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So here's the thing.
See, I don't really like that, but at the same time, like, he did fucking say it, so.
Yeah, it's like, well, you said it.
Yeah.
And, like, look,
that's the thing.
Yeah, and like, look, don't get me wrong too. It's like, I get it in a sense of like I get